Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm here with another video, and it is going to be the look that I wore in my haul, my most recent haul. It was like a really bright peachy pinky color, and I was honestly really surprised that anyone even wanted to see this because it's, I mean, this is not a neutral look. Like you can see, this is very bright, very intense, very pigmented, very pout in your face, but so many people wanted to see it. And the main color that I used was from the Urban Decay Electric palette, and it was this color right here called Slow Burn. I did use the peach palette as well just to blend out, and I just used these peachy colors like this one here, and I used that one as well, Georgia and Candied Peach. So hope you guys enjoy this. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you would like to see this video, then just keep watching. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it because there is no time to waste, seeing as this is not an everyday normal tutorial. So I'm first just going in with, I already have my eyes primed with primer. I'm going to go in with this shade that's right here in the 350 palette. This is actually a really good palette to use for this look if you don't have all the colors that I'm using. Obviously, aside from the main color, because that's the main color. But obviously people aren't going to have like a million different palettes to use. So if you want to use shades that are similar to the ones that I'm going to use, I would say the 350 is a really good one to go for. So I just set my eyeshadow down with that color, and then I'm going to go into the peach palette, and I'm going to go into the color Georgia, which is this light peach right here. Something really similar. There isn't something really similar in the other palette, so I'm just going to go into Georgia, and I'm going to use my Sephora Pro Crease, and I'm just going very sloppy into my transition area just to get that color in there. Let me zoom you guys in. I look dead. I'm tired. Okay, so just literally throwing that transition shade right into there. And you can see I'm not being very precise at all. I'm just throwing it in. And then you can make it as intense as you want. This is just the intensity that I am going to go for. Then for the second color, I'm going to go into the peach palette as well. And I'm going to dip into Candied Peach, which is this one right here. And I'm using a smaller brush, which is the Morphe M518 brush. And I'm going to keep it a little bit lower than the first color that I did, just to make sure that we still have like that blend that it's gonna go into. Like that. And then I'm going to go right back into the Sephora brush that I use, and I'm just going to use that to blend everything out. No extra product, no eyeshadow, no nothing, just blending. And now that I'm looking, this one is a little bit more blended than this one, so I'm going to dip into Georgia and just blend out that first, or that second color with it. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush, so I'm going to use the Morphe M507, which is a tiny little precision brush like this. And I'm going to dip into Candied Peach, the same color that I just used, but this is going to pick up a little bit more pigment since the brush is a little bit tight. And I'm just going to go right over it. You see how it just made it a little bit more vibrant on this side than this side. So like that. Now I'm going to go into the star of the show, which is the Electric palette, and I use this palette a lot for all of my colorful looks. This isn't a practical palette, I understand that for most people, but for me and what I do, this palette's amazing. And I'm going to go into this color right here. This is the color Slow Burn, and this is the color that everyone was like obsessed with. So I'm just gonna go in with this little Wet n Wild brush. I think it's just like a shader brush or a crease brush or a concealer brush. I'm not too sure what kind of brush this one is because it doesn't say the name of it. But I'm literally just gonna dip right into Slow Burn with it. And you'll be able to see the color payoff of this color is absolutely insane. Like, do you see that? It's mind-blowing. This palette is one of the best palettes I've ever purchased in my life, and I bought it on sale. It's on Sephora's website for, I think, $24.99 if it's still there. And if it is, and you like colorful looks like this, or even if you like messing with color a little bit, I highly recommend it. So you can see, like, it's such a vibrant color. And this is no, like, I'm not spraying my brush, I'm not doing anything. I'm just picking up the color and packing it right onto my eye. And I was actually really surprised that so many people requested this, because I'm like as I was doing it, I was like, I don't know if anybody's gonna like this. And I'm just blending out the edges with that little brush, the last brush that I went into. I'm also going to take the same brush, this one, and I'm just going to dip into Slow Burn, and I'm just going to work it into my crease just to bring it up a little bit higher. Like that. And I'm going to use my fluffy brush again and just blend everything out. I'm gonna go back into Candied Peach a little bit and just work some right in there. Like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes, and I'm gonna use my favorite eyeliner, which is the Sephora Hot Precision Eyeliner in the color Noir Black. Liner on one. I'll zoom you guys out a little bit now. So now I'm gonna go in with lashes, and I'm using my Huda Beauty Farrah's. These were the lashes that I wore in this look, and these are my, like, one of my favorite lashes ever. Sorry, I got a lot to do today. I needed some coffee. So I'm just gonna put my glue on them, my lash glue, and I use the House of Lashes lash glue, and while my lashes are drying, like while the lash glue is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara. So I'm going to curl my lashes, and then I'm going to put on some of my Benefit They're Real. I have to shoot in a little while for my blog, and I'm gonna have this eyeshadow. Well, okay, so my top lashes are coated, and I'm gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs Big Eyes eyeliner. This is my favorite white eyeliner, and it's about to be out, and I need to buy it. And I'm just going to go into my waterline. You can use any white. It just helps, like, brighten the eyes a lot. Like, look at the difference that it makes. And then I'm going to go underneath it with the peach eyeshadow and you'll see. So also while my lashes are drying, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my primer. This was sent to me. It's from Lunaster, and it's the Real Glow Primer. It's light diffusing radiance primer with vitamin E, licorice, and apple seed. Okay, this smells bad. I normally hate the smell of licorice, but anything that's luminizing or whatever, that's what I like to use the most. And I think the day that I did this makeup, I just used my Becca backlighting primer, and that primer, this actually reminds me a lot of it. The way that it feels, the way that it smells. It smells really good. Like, I definitely have a glow on my skin. You guys know I keep it very real here on my channel. I'm using a sample because that's what I used that day. I was trying out a sample of the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So, I mean, that's what I used that day. That's what I'm going to use today. And I have the number 6. I don't know how the shades run, but that's the shade that I have. So I'm just going to pop on my lashes. I'll zoom you guys in. Here's the look with lashes on. Nice and bright and pretty. So now I'm going to move on to my foundation. I'm just going to dot this foundation on my face because, I mean, I'm working out of a sample jar. I really like this foundation a lot. Like, a lot. And it upsets me because this shit is expensive. And I'm just going to blend it in with my beauty blender. The finish of it on me, I don't know. Like, I have dry skin, so nothing ever looks too dewy on me as far as foundations. Like, it'll kind of end up turning like a matte or like a semi-matte no matter what foundation I use. So like right now it looks glowy, but it's more the primer than the foundation. So now I'm gonna go into my concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. And I'm setting with my Laura. For my powder, I'm going to be using the Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Face Compact. I talked about this in my favorites video. I am loving this powder. And I'm just using a big fluffy brush to set it. Now for my bronzer, I'm going in with Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, which is one of my favorite bronzers ever. And I'm using that same bronzer to contour my nose. For blush, I'm going to use Milani's Luminoso, just to keep the peach vibes going. And for my highlighter, I'm going to use the Nicole Guerrero and Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to use Daydream and Kitty Cat because they're like the pinky peachy colors. Whoa. I'm going to be using this highlight brush that I got from e.l.f. It was in my recent haul. And I'm also using Daydream, which is the peach, as my inner corner highlight. Because it's like the perfect peach. I'm going to use a little bit of Forever Lit, which is the white, just right on top of it, just to make it a little more intense. Now underneath my eyes, I'm going to use Slow Burn, and I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line. And then for my lip color, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Melted Matte in the color Sellout, but I'm first going to line with Whirl from MAC. So here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what other looks you'd like to see. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.